Hey guys, welcome to your training. Today, first of all, my name is Nikki Whiting, for those of you who don't know me. And I have been coaching for 5 years this month, and it's been really exciting. And I think one of the biggest things is knowing that you need to dive into learning the business. So what better way to do that than to go through a coach training full of videos of coaches who have all been through the process, found success in coaching, and kind of showing you the ins and outs of that. So today I'm going to be talking all about building your team and recruiting. It's a loaded topic, I feel like, because there are so many different ways to recruit. There's so many different reasons to recruit, and so many different ways to build your team. But I'm just going to share with you some ways that have worked for me and some top tips for what I feel like a new coach should be doing in order to build their team. So first of all, why is recruiting important? I think that you'll learn in this business the most amazing part about being a Beachbody coach is the fact that you can earn residual income. You can earn commission, you can earn bonuses, you can earn all these different things, but the residual income that comes from what your team does and what's called team cycle bonuses is really, really cool. And that is going to be something that you earn whether you're working that week or you're on vacation that week. It's something that's going to be coming in every Thursday on payday, no matter what. And that only comes from building a team. So in order to rank advance, we have to be recruiting. In order to maintain the rank, we still need to be recruiting. I want to stress the importance of don't get comfortable in what team you have. Don't get comfortable in the rank that you have, because at the end of the day, the people who got you to Emerald rank or are getting you to Diamond rank or whatever it might be will probably not be the same people who keep you at that rank. Over time, you're going to see certain people not work the business the way you do, and you're going to see people take off in this business the way that you will. But the important thing is that you're always recruiting so that you always have new people to talk to. You always have a new, fresh, exciting team to continue to build that momentum and to keep your rank solid. Along with that, comes recruiting. With recruiting comes having to step outside of your comfort zone. And this is a real struggle for a lot of people because they put this part of the business off for so long, thinking people will just come to me and that's the way that I'll recruit. And if not, then I just won't. And then when that doesn't happen right away, people get very frustrated. Coaches get frustrated. And you either see people push through and continue to build their business, or you see those who are like, oh, this takes some work, and they just kind of fall off. So don't be that person. Be the one that is going to go all in with this business, and with that comes recruiting. So different platforms for recruiting. I have used Facebook as long as I've been coaching. I also created a business likes page, and with that was a whole new audience. One of the easiest ways to recruit requires simply creating ads. And that has to be done through a business likes page. So if you don't have one of those set up, it might be nice to have that set up so that you can create ads. Now, when we create ads, when I go to recruit, I need to think about the type of person I want on my team. Who do I want to be bringing into this business? Well, it's someone that I want to hang out with, someone that I want to be friends with, someone that's similar to me and has similar interests as me, because that's the type of person that I'm probably going to mesh with the most. Also, when I'm thinking about recruiting, what type of person is going to love coaching? What type of person loves fitness, supplements, eating well, all of that? That type of person is probably liking and engaging with other pages that have similar content that I do. So I need to think about my competition when I'm thinking about recruiting. Who do I want on my dream team? Who are those people going to be? So the easiest thing to do before you even go about creating an ad is to sit down with a pen and paper or voice message or whatever it is that's your thing, and think about who is that dream coach that you could add to your team. What do they look like? What do they sound like? What do they love? that type of person is the one that you want to be attracting to your brand and you want to recruit to your team. So when I am creating an ad, I'm actually thinking about the BBG girls, the Tone It Ups, the other competitive online workout programs and influencers out there, because I'm going to create my ad on recruiting to my team based on that type of person. I think about the age of that person. I think about, it depends. Do you want male and female, or would you rather focus on your gender? I think about, what their similar interests are. Where do they live? All those things go into creating an ad. And that could be a separate training, but that's one way to start recruiting. And it doesn't have to be a super pricey ad, but it does need to be an ad that does well for your audience. And so you'll have to play with that a little bit. The other thing is, the easiest way to recruit is to find amazing challengers first. So you're going to hear about challenge groups, you're going to hear about challengers, but the easiest way for you to recruit to your team is to find those amazing customers who are already involved in your challenge groups, who are already loving Shakeology or the Performance Line or the Beach Bars or the Daily Sunshine, whatever the product is that they're already loving and gushing about. Maybe someone who is in your challenge group who started to share their results publicly, or they're sharing their workouts publicly. The type of person who's sending people to you because they want their friends to be involved as well, and so they're sending you customers. The type of person who is the walking billboard for your business. You've got this challenger who's lost 50 pounds and everyone's asking them what they're doing. That person is going to make an amazing coach. That's the type of person that you want to transition from customer to coach. So some of my top coaches have come from challenge groups first. So if you're thinking, how am I going to recruit to this business? How am I going to bring people in that are going to understand how cool it is, the opportunity, and how big the opportunity is? The easiest person to show that to is the person that's already loving the products and already in your groups. They love it, let them get the discount. They love it and they're bringing people to you. Let them sign up and have that extra income for themselves, that side hustle. They're already sharing it publicly. Tell them to take a step out in faith or take a leap and just say, let's see what happens from it. They can turn it into a side hustle. They can turn it into a full-time business. That is totally up to them. But the easiest way to do that is to find someone that already loves the products, and your customer list is the easiest place for that. So definitely transitioning people from customer to coach is super, super important. Another way that I really like to show people the business is through our Glance into Coaching or our Backstage Pass groups, which your upline or Star Diamond upline probably hosts those once a month. I know within our team we host at least once a month, and usually it's a 2 to 3 day group where we pop in and we share just everything about coaching, how we earn, what we do all day, the potential, the part-time hustle, the full-time hustle, stories of success and all those things. Because when you're having that conversation back and forth with people, it can tend to feel tedious and time consuming. I'm sharing all these different things with them. I still don't know if they're going to sign up. I'm digging into my inbox and spending all this time there when I would really like to have just a place for them to go and get all this information. So this is a great way to share everything all at once and to get people excited without having to do all the work yourself. So yes, the work goes into creating ads, reaching out to people, sharing maybe in your stories or on your page some call to action posts, things like that, where you're asking people to respond. But the biggest thing is to get them in something like that where they can learn. And then you are the one who follows up, engages with them, sees if they have any remaining questions. And from there, you can figure out what's the best way, is this right for them and what's the best way to sign them up. So absolutely love glance into coaching groups or backstage pass groups or whatever you guys call them, for that reason, because the business is shared pretty much for you by coaches who have experience and have had that success on the team. Another thing is messaging and liking and commenting. So messaging has come a long way. I feel like when I first signed up to coach, not a lot of people were selling things on social media. And so to have those conversations and to send a message was very easy. Nowadays, I feel like the relationship part of it is very important before you go into the random messaging of, hey, are you interested in something like this? I really think that this is something you would like to do. Now, if you think there's certain people that are going to love it right away, write them down on a list and shoot them a message and talk to them about the opportunity. But if you're not comfortable with that and you're like, I need to build the relationship a little bit more, I need to, get comfortable with them and they need to get comfortable with me and get to know me a little bit more before I feel comfortable talking about the coaching experience, then messaging someone through their stories is a really great way to do that. A lot of the coaches that I recruit these days come from Instagram. I've shifted my business a little bit over to Instagram because I feel like it's a simpler process there as far as posting and commenting and creating content in my stories. And I feel like talking to people in stories is such an organic way to build your business, because shooting them a random message may turn them off. However, engaging through their stories sends you directly to their direct message inbox, but you're talking about things that they're interested in and you're building that relationship, you're building that trust, you're building all of that before you go into, here's why I think you would be good at this, or here's why I think you would love Shakeology, or here's why I think you could build a side hustle doing this. So think about building those relationships through things like stories or liking and commenting on their pictures. Building relationships does not have to be super time consuming where you're in your inbox all day long. Instead, it can happen through liking and commenting on their pictures, things that you're genuinely interested in. If you both have kids the same age, or they're wearing something cute, where did you get that? I have a lot of conversations about fashion and about my kids and just all things like that in general that don't have anything to do with working out or fitness. But eventually I can lead that conversation in that direction when I want to talk to them about the coaching opportunity. It also allows them to be seen. You're seen in their feed because you're engaging with them. So when the time comes that you do share something about a coaching opportunity or a glance group or something that you're hosting, they may see more interest in it because you have engaged with them outside of something that's just fitness related. And then let's see, I'm trying to think of some other things. Outside of that, you guys, I just want to remind you that what I've talked about in the beginning, you get yourself, to Emerald and it's exciting. You get yourself to Diamond and it's exciting. But what gets stressful is if you're not continuing to build your team and people decide they're not going to build this business the way you intended. You're like, oh no, well, the couple of people I counted on to build this business are not going to build their business. And now I feel like everything's crumbling. This is why recruiting always needs to be at the top of your list, always. It should always be a priority. It should always be part of your vital behavior. It should always be part of your daily power hour, whatever it is. Whether it's building the relationship, having the likes and the comments, inviting to a glance into coaching, posting about it, whatever it is, there's a lot of different ways to recruit, but we have to be talking about the opportunity and we have to be having the conversations or things get stale. So remember, no matter if you're 1 week in the business or 5 years in the business, recruiting is always going to be a big priority in order to build the empire that you want to build. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful and we will see you soon. Bye.